just into the vision of the name for King as well that was setting up to support, but luckily enough, not close enough towards the stairwell. They're able to tuck in, keep themselves safe. Goes in to clear out the building now, sees the feet. Ooh, rebound off the wall. It's a lot of damage. Oh, the timing on it as well. As he pushes up, it's the reposition. So Demar just not ready for the instant dive in. Able to get it. That's the last of R8. Obviously, this was a rotate back out for Thundertalk, specifically to hunt them down as well. So they get what they want.
Can't tell, you know, he left that nade and that Molotov on the stairs like a bait. I try to get your boy to walk down the stairs and pick him up and then take the shots. I don't know how many players at this level are going to fall for that, but you know, try to lay out some candy.
It's a fair theory. For gaming there. Shot in the back line from Gamax.
Yeah, Gamax is kind of causing problems on this western side, but again, that's sort of a dock issue, honestly. If we look where he goes down, like all the way on that western side, he's split off from his team. Can't deny the amount of eliminations he's been able to get for Alpha Gaming, but still, sometimes a little bit overzealous. Babysitter and top not able to pull back on those reins quite quick enough.
I couldn't get a grasp on it.
Too fast.
It was a lot of strength, a lot of strength. He loves it.
You know what? I think it's absolutely justified the sighting goes down there for Thundertalk. I don't know why he was on that split all the way down towards that south side, especially when you know players are going to be wanting to rotate in through Picardo, through Power Grid. Sure, he provides information back, but probably could have just garnered that later whilst moving through the lucky outcrops on the eastern side.
It was interesting as well for Thundertalk because it almost felt like King was trying to get them to go back over to take the 5 versus intense game. But then again, like you say, it just resulted in them being fragmented. It doesn't really work out the way they were hoping for. Down to the trio, reposition in. And it's close grouping ahead of them. You've got a bit of a scout out with Padrino who's going to get the info over towards that side. Rest of the squad holds further back, of course. AX and Alter Ego. Quite close together. This was Horror that were taking shots down from the top of the mountain range. So Alter Ego, rather Alpha 7 have just been taking so much damage from up on high consistently. Get the knockback over onto Squash as well. Fragmented into both of the compounds. Going to tuck in and find some cover.
Yeah, it'd be really hard for Squash to move across the clear. So it's pretty much dead meat.
Yeah, there really isn't much you can do on that one. It's unfortunate for him. Okay, so Thundertalk's they have committed for the push back up. Obviously, you already had the compound set up for Alter Ego, so they handle that one with ease, it seems. Ooh. That's
a explosive arrow! No way! What a launch from that one!
Oh, we've heard legend of it.
We have.
But now we see it. It took me, my brain was like the synapses have connected.
Where was this shot from? That's from across the bloody road.
That's insanity.
Through a tiny gap.
Is that Legolas? Oh my God, the archer.
Okay. Tengu's in the building. Good to see. Don't give me a replay of this. I don't want to see this.
Let me see that explosive bow. Wow. Man, you felt that one in your chest.
I was like, that's not an aid. But I didn't see anyone near him. Oh, the problem release. Woof.
He's good with the drawstring.
Yeah.
Lines it up and knocks him down.
And no relief. No. The boys in Alpha 7. That's a rough way to go as well. You've been humbled.
You'd be fuming.
Damn. Okay. Pinpoint precision. The boys on Weibo bring a new meta to the game. I don't know if it's met yet, might be a little bit off now, but I'm always down for people doing a little bit funky.
He's an innovator.
Yeah.
Can't doubt that.
Straight inventor. Alter Ego on 3. To be honest with you, all things considered, I like that Alter Ego has slowed down their pace in this game. They know they go down to 3 early. They get 3 limps, which is still pretty good, to be honest, over towards Thundertalks. As they rotate in, we did see that. Thank you for rotating, we do appreciate it. And it was good, it was good. Being able to hold that is nice. And that kind of comes off the back of Thundertalks losing Sighting as well. You know, If they had 4, that might have been a very different story. If you've got a 3v3 there for Alter Ego, they can handle themselves on that. You got E-Arena down towards the south side, looking to push slowly but surely up over towards Alter Ego.
Yeah, I think that one was almost paralysis by analysis for Firefox with how the decisions were made. So it came back to haunt them. Sleepy still up top, such distance to play with. A little bit of ammo left in the pocket as well, so just taking shots when he gets opportunity to keep him pinned. See the split from Alter Ego as well. The team trust each other so much. Speaking to Rosemary, you can see they all just play for one outcome. They're just looking for that win. They're not bothered about who's playing well. He said it himself, where he was just like, look, it doesn't matter if I'm playing well. I know my whole team can, and they certainly can.
I was going to try and get out of there. I think he is the last player of the team. Falcons just drop like a bag of rocks. I don't really know what more to say. I don't know if it's pressure. I don't know what's happened because technically they're not always the most entertaining team to watch that way. But they are consistent. Consistency is good. When they pop off, it's just very, very cool. But most of the time, you know, it's just slow but steady. They're the turtle to Alter Ego's rabbit right now. But well, the rabbit is very firmly winning this race.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Turtle's got lost. Rabbit's focused.
He's on.
There's an 80 carrot at the end of the race here.
Yeah, you definitely want to nibble down on that one, so you won't be stopping. Especially with how good they've done today. How amazing they did yesterday as well. Great results for them. I think that's like you say, man, just being able to play with that pace, knowing when to dial it down. Even when they lose a player or 2 players early, it just doesn't really affect them mentally the way you see it start to rattle some teams. Gamax have been the problem maker of multiple times on these backdoors. Obviously looking for revenge for Doc here when he was taken down by them. Exchanging nades from either side, cast them over the top, just trying to keep them pinned. Bullets from the side. Ooh, couple tags there. That's actually Al Haji from the top side to back up the rest of the power squad.
Yeah, Ragnar's getting involved now too. Let's find APK. Some good nades from APG, by the way, there. Gets them down to around about 20%. So kind of unfortunate they're not able to land them as well as they'd like. And there's another that just lets the first aid kit go through. So they're just off target. Now they're hearing these shots coming through from the side from Power and even Weibo now sending down slightly. Got Order, legendary player from the PEL region, looking to push over towards that south side.
So brutal. So many sideline angles for Power in front of you. It's Top and Zol that are able to keep you pinned in position. Quick shot back up. Zol loves these. Those fast engagements where it'll burst you down. Easy over the top again, though, trying to keep it uncomfortable for them to actually close the gap and play off one another. It's isolated 1v.
He's always been nasty with these nades. He's just laying them on top and Zol knows to back it up. Can't quite see him.
Choreography of PUBG Mobile, you know, pinpoint. He's trying to bait him in with the quick shots towards Ragnar up on high so he can switch to the DBS for this engagement. It seemed like he wanted to it. They're actually doing a good job of handling themselves.
He invests the first aid kit there instead of the bandage. Plenty from the back pocket. Wasn't really all that low. Just going to lose a lot of HP from that. Top consistently taking shots there. And Order finally steps up from the sidelines.
Order was biding his time.
Calm guy, his Order. Just will wait things out. Real stern look upon his face as well. Will lay down the carnage. Zol's going to try and go for something a bit cheeky, bandaging in the vehicle as he goes.
Gets himself at least into some safety for now. High ground around the ridges of the rock face.
I guess that's why you don't want to use the bandages, so you can continue to use them in the vehicle. That would make sense to me.
It's a fair point. Saves his life.
It does. Multitasking.
Unfortunately for him, I mean, the rest of the team gone. Looking for the back-to-back momentum carrier towards the end of today. That's not going to be. We haven't seen Alter Ego for a little bit, but when they show up in style. Goodbye, Ida. That's how they go down. They've been able to play a relatively passive game on this one. I mean, only 2 elims as well, so Rosemary snatching that away pretty good. You look at the difference there. 5 elims alone on him, 6 for the team overall. It's compounding, Blank.
I mean, Alva sets him up on the tee, like Happy Gilmore, it's Rosemary to take the shot. For Alter Ego, they've done enough, 107 points. They are really got first place spot in this game now. They just need to go a little bit further. They've just got themselves into placement point range, but it is just 2 players out on this north side versus the full 4-man squad of Horror. Rosemary will step out, get slapped back by the M249, and Alva immediately dropping smokes, but it's not enough. That will be Alter Ego going out. It's a short run to go for Alter Ego, but there is that chance of the last match. They don't make it, Jackie, and they won't pick up that 80 grand.
It'd be gut-wrenching as well.
So close yet so far.
You don't want to leave that fate up to another team. Take destiny into their own hands right now, though, to dive in onto AX up close with the DBS, showing us they can wield these showmanship. But unfortunately for them, it's E-Arena that step foot and like gladiators walk out with their heads held high. Backline from Easy, sees a target and seizes the opportunity.
For a little bit more there, I mean, Aryan was able to get a nasty double nade over the top there in the midst of that fight, which took down the backline coming through from E-Arena, where Tiny K actually had to move towards the front there. Tiny K, the budget Tony K from...
Oh, dear me. Strong branding. It's strong branding. Really, you know, play to your strengths.
Oh. That's funny.
Tell you what, though, man.
I can't make fun of Joe. Feel bad about it. Tiny K.
You issuing the apology on that one.
Oh, God. Sorry.
Fair enough. We'll let you on. You get one. You get one.
Oh, God, sorry.
Compose yourself, Black.
Ooh.
Back in the room. But for Sleepington, it will be for too long, realistically. I mean, he was trying to go for the heads-up play in, causing a bit of chaos for the rest of the team from the side. It's not worked out as well as he would have wanted. The rest of the squad have to bail on it as well. They're pinned in between E-Arena and now make their move down with intense game setting up inside of the zone.
But intense game, yeah, actually not a bad position, but just not a lot of players to work with, just the 2 here. It's a lot of angles that will be going off. I'd love to see a Weibo with, after that lovely shot, bullseye from Suk. Yeah.
I loved it, mate. It was impressive. And what a day it would be for them as well if they can keep that momentum going. Suk shows up. Hell, the cinematics on it if he gets another one. At the minute, though, intense game, like you said, so fragmented in the manpower advantage. Can't play off one another, so it's just isolated fights. It's easy as you shut one down. Maybe actually are in a pretty good spot, especially with Order playing the way he is right now.
Yeah.
It feels like he's just controlling the squad. It's such great effect.
It's a good high ground that they're playing off the back of. It's a very interesting arena that we're finishing things off on here, where it's very open, but it's mostly just these rolling hills that are keeping these teams in check. And you can have a fair few teams here, because even on these slopes that move around on the circle, you've still got cover there. Horror, with 3 players, looking to take down the intense game, but they waited a while to move in towards this circle now, Jackie. They need to sweep through to 30K.
Turn the tempo on. Do the Horror Classic where you expect them to play slow. They suddenly hit you with the fast right hook and you're just not ready for it. The guys in the vehicles now go for the aggression up towards Weibo. See if they can dive on. It's Order that would be the first fight. Instant flames thrown at the feet. The SMG. Oh, it kills. He's still alive. Finds that one to knock back over with support in the rear, but the DBS replies. 1-for-1 trades on the fight.
Meantime, Rafa tries to get involved from the back. Immediately ducks back with the M24. Just a stun grenade in hand, just back and forth. That nade looks good, goes a little bit too far, and he just has to step out. DPS will not make it happen. I think Order was expecting a little bit of a slower push, but it feeds back into what you were talking about, Jackie, is that Horror shows them something a little bit different, something they weren't expecting. That initial knock changed everything over towards Suck as well. Irina, Power, Big Al Haji, and Fahiden to make this work.
Slower pace rolling over the battlefield now. That is until Power Gaming start to bring it back into their camp. Peek up from Easy. He's had some good shots. The damage distribution between all four players has been on point for the team. And they go for the opportunity to push up now, knowing they're fragmented, close the gap. Easy with the scout protection in the back. You see Arena losing out so much here. Just trapped in with Mormon. No fear on the side.
Power Esports, 77-point game on the hands here, right? Getting, well, not just from this one match, but getting the 22 points, getting, in fact, it'd be a 23 if they were to clear everyone out, which would be a massive result from them. Shoot them up big time on the table, give them a chance that last game to get into that top 8, but just like that, Power loses tons.
How have they given that one away on a platter? The push up into the 1v2, looking to play off one another, just couldn't commit to it. They go down, now left in a position where that big advantage you had, like you say, to clean house, make out like bandits, it gets harder now. And Horror thrive in these kind of positions as well. Sky and No Fear, they've had some great heads-up calls so far.
Last circle. Right now, I'd say Power has more control over the circle. We'll see if they can get this done. A win is going to be enormous for them in terms of their point scoring, right? They go down here. Last game becomes hard. Ragnar starts things out nicely. Over towards Sky. A Grozer in the hand and No Fear. Another Molotov towards the backside. He's burning out. Done. And Power, despite a little bit of a shakiness towards the end there, are ready to clean it up.
There might have been no fear from their certainly lived up to their name. Kept it clean at the end, and that's what you'll remember. Walking away with a chicken dinner on that one.
Absolute massive amount of points there. We'll see how far that does send them up the rankings. But Easy, calming the team down.
You love to see this. Some teams, like we said before, especially now with one last game to go, building up that anticipation. The fact that if you let all of your energy and adrenaline spike too early, it could throw you off. Intense conversation between them. Trying to break down what went wrong and reset it. Sometimes just unpacking the bag and then going in fresh again.
Little wink at the camera as well. You love to see it. Easy has always been a pretty good member of the team, honestly. When Al Haji did fall back a little bit, it was always Easy stepping up. But we're going to take a step back in the meantime, head over to a break, back with the desk, 7, Max and Netura real soon.
Dear PUBG Mobile fans, we are delighted to invite you to the 2025 PUBG Mobile World Cup at the ESPORTS World Cup in Riyadh, KSA. This exciting event will take place from July 23rd at the Boulevard City. We've prepared tons of event perks, such as the PMWC avatar frame, eSports Passion Set, eSports Passion Parachute, and tons more items. Let's check out how you can get all these rewards. During the tournament, go to the Pandora event page via Lobby, Event Center, eSports to join the event. Norman from SEA, Top from CSA, Pedrinho from the Americas, Silas from the EU, and Prestige from MENA will guide you through the 5 major parts of the event. They consist of tournament celebration, prediction rewards, eSports shop, themed outfit, and champion challenge. Join these activities to earn rewards and collect eSports tokens to redeem even more gifts in the eSports shop. The more eSports tokens you collect, the better rewards you'll get. You can get up to 2,870 eSports tokens from the prediction event. It takes us from July 23rd to August 5th and consists of 3 stages that coincide with the tournament: group stage, survival stage, and grand finals. During the group stage, get 20 eSports tokens by predicting the 8 teams you think will advance directly to the grand finals. Each correct prediction will grant you an additional 60 tokens. Total of 3, 6, and 8 correct predictions to get 300, 680, and 720. You'll get another chance during the survival stage to guess the other 8 teams that will make it to the grand finals. The rewards are the same as the group stage. During the grand finals, you must try and predict the ultimate champion. Just predicting will grant 30 tokens, and a correct prediction will grant 400 tokens. If you're unsure about your predictions, you can let your friends' predictions guide you. Find someone reliable, copy their predictions, and wait to be rewarded. Rounds take place on July 27th, July 30th, and August 3rd at 10:45 UTC 0. Rewards are issued the second day after each stage ends at 4 AM UTC 0. You'll receive eSports tokens based on your prediction results. Note, eSports tokens don't expire and can be used in future eSports events. Who do you think will be the ultimate champion? Join the 2025 PMWC event and share your predictions. Invite your friends to join the predictions and watch the tournament unfold.
Power with the win there in the first Miramar of the final day for group stages. An impressive win too, Neptura. The way this team was able to just control that whole circle, the 8 circle especially, it was amazing.
It was amazing. I think they took many notes from the previous game with it basically was the exact split over on the east side, and it worked so well for them. Able to take just so much of that ridge of the zone of everything. A little bit iffy of a push going over towards EA, a little bit, but you know what? They got a big win, and they're looking very good now.
Mormon, easy 1v2 right there. They just give 2 1v1s in a row. It's very easy for Irena to secure, so very happy with those 2 eliminations going over to the side of SEA, allowing them to jump up actually in 3rd place when it comes to these match rankings for 21 points for Power. Actually getting 2 wins today. Is it too late though to get into the top 8, or is that going to be maybe allowing him to cross the finish line just at the end?
Honestly, don't know. We've seen what now Power might be able to do when we end up looking at the overall Alpha Gaming as well. I mean, that's a team that ended up passing Alpha 7. Alpha 7 hasn't really been doing much. Anything can happen here, especially going into the last match. We'll end up finding out which 8 teams are going to be moving on to the grand finals and which 16 teams will end up actually going to the full stage. Intense game and being able to get like at least 4 points, but Weibo Gaming, 10 points.
Yeah, actually, sorry, I want to go on possibly the second page in a little bit. Because Alpha 7, look at, bro,
0.
they're slipping. I said it 4 times. They're slipping. Really,
I think they might be slipping.
I think they might be.
I think maybe they're slipping. Possibly, I'm not sure.
I agree.
Though.
That's a good point, guys.
Yeah.
This performances though, you know what? Let's just say it here. Let's just get it out of the way. Do you think that they're going to have to go to survival stage?
Yes. I think that there's. Well, there is momentum. It's a bad momentum. A bunch of 0 and 1 point games from Alpha 7. That's what we're witnessing so far. I think they just lost everything right now. They're just not feeling themselves, and they're being overtaken by your Thunder Talks, by your Ida, by esports are just performing today, and they are just not.
I mean, what are you going to be doing whenever you have Legolas? Soup. With the explosive, I told you, it's something that you can definitely use. And this man is one of the best ones out there, using that explosive boat to his advantage and making it happen. At some point, I want to see more people starting to use it. If we can just increase the damage that the explosive does, the explosive boat does, and on top of that, just the range.
I'm sorry, Alpha 7. It makes sense they had a bad day. Like, you're encountering Sook with the explosive bow. You know what? Everything is excused. It will make sense.
I want to get your take on this, though, Neptune.
Yes.
Do you think with the way that Alpha 7 is playing, going into the last match, even though usually Miramar just to be one of their best maps right now, they're just throwing?
Yeah, I think it's just bad game after bad game, and that's got to do a lot for the morale of particularly a team like A7 that really pick up from how they're feeling and put that into their games. When you're a highly emotional team like that, having a bad game is going to be something that will hinder you. So I feel like if they had had their second day yesterday, they would have done a lot. Their great first day, but having that break just hasn't worked for them.
I mean, we know Alpha 17, they're just always teams in the edge, but a little bit ahead of them, and they're just getting gate kept.
I think that's the thing.
Enter the circle.
It's the thing you keep talking about, team spirit, is that they're really slow, actually. The edge play is good, the rotations are good, but they're just too slow to do them in this lobby.
Yeah, it seems like it, unfortunately. It's just not working out, unfortunately, today.
Something that was working out during that match, that was the 3-1 splits that a lot of teams were doing.
There were so many. I was really surprised by that. And what really got to me was, wait, they're actually using these 1-3 splits as an anchor point. The one split or the solo coming up onto the high ground was on that high ground. So rather than a full squad, wait.
Hold on. We'll get to that point.
We'll get back to that.
We got to take a look at this here. As Alter Ego, are they going to be able to make it? Are they going to be able to get in that first place? Because remember, there is some money at stake here when we end up talking about the rankings for group stages. First place will end up getting $80,000. Second place, 77. Third place, 75. But I want to keep going down that list because now you have Thunder Talk. With the way that they have been playing, that team has pushed up in the top 8. Yangon Galacticos gets pushed out. They're going to be going to none other than Survival Stage and Weibo Gaming. Look at them, how close they are. It's going to come. I honestly don't know who is going to be that A team. Alpha 7 Esports with just 70 points. Max, you were talking about it. They are slipping.
Look, I said at the start of the day, I was like, I don't expect it to happen, but it could. You know, it's a possibility. Worst case scenario here for all the Brazilian fans out there here for PUBG Mobile Esports, and they've been having a really bad time, unfortunately. Get onto this third page. Last game, nothing's going to really happen. If you're down there, you're going to survival. You'll have to try once again to reach the finals.
They could play a spoiler role for some of these teams. We've seen it happen in the past too. Even though it is group stages, they might just want to try something different. You already know that you're going to be going to survival stage. Why not try to get a highlight?
Get coming with me. Drag them down into the abyss of the survival stage. It's a strat. It's a real one. Yeah.
Out of all these teams, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually does end up happening. We've seen some of the other teams starting to step up in tense game. Obviously, for most of these teams, it's just going to be a little bit too late to even do anything. But those improvements are taking points away from some of those other teams actually hunting down for that top A spot. But something I want to take a look is none other than Max Man's Grenade of the Day.
Max Man's Grenade of the Day.
That's the first time I saw that intro. That was great. Max Match Grenade of the Day is coming your way, and this time around, it's none other than No Fear from Horror Esports getting a double nade right in front of your beautiful eyes. Here you go. It was happening in the area of farm. The guy's waiting, lingering in the shadows. The nade comes off through onto Nongshim, Red Force, and they get absolutely back to Nongshim, sent right back to the region.
I like that.
Thank you.
That was good.
That was a Molotov also, I think.
The close-up, everything about that. And also, Horror Esports has been a team that they start performing as well, especially in that last match. We saw Sky being able to put up some good amount of eliminations.
We sure did. I really liked what we saw from Horror. One thing I really want to see from Horror, though, is they're like 10, 15 points away from actually making top 8, pushing other teams down even further. If they can get a really good game this last game, they're looking really good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has come down to this. We'll be finding out which teams will be going directly to grand finals. It's going to be close. We don't know who's maybe going to be getting kicked out of those top 8. Be ready, though, because the last Miramar is here. Take it over. Blank and Jackie.
Thank you, 7. The stage is set. Our team's in position to get that sweet Sweet first place prize, Blank. That lion's share, the $80,000 on the line, and one team that's only a few points away. If they can deliver an incredible performance here, the chance that you could see 4 frags lapped by Alter Ego, the opportunity, the narrative, the intensity is building. The group stage is coming towards its close. Dial yourselves in, turn up the stream, and get ready for the last game.
We are gassed to be here. The final match of the day, match number 6 of day 3. It's Miramar. It's coming your way right now. Alter Ego on the precipice. Teams battling it out, just mere points away from one another on the leaderboard. So getting into that top 8. Weibo Gaming 76, APG 77, EDA Esports a 78, and guess what? It's Thunder Talks a 79. It's all to play for here. The final.
The shift could be ginormous. The opportunity for so many lies at their fingertips. All you've got to do is seize the opportunity when it is presented on the battleground. A tight lobby, Blank. It's exciting. It's exactly what we'd want for this environment.
For Alter Ego, a little bit worrisome. Teams could be hunting them. 5 points needed to make this one happen. Not a lot required.
The devious link of single-handedly targeting them just to steal that additional prize money, the rub salt in the wound, surely you don't take that risk.
Surely not, right? It's a terrifying one, honestly, for Alter Ego. Do you jump on top of them if you're going through that survival stage? Do you make that happen? Do you ruin the lives of 4 players on one team? Or would you want to incur the wrath?
You would make an enemy, and a very powerful enemy at that. A lot of potential. If they go down early, though, you hope you wipe the entire squad, because as we've seen, they've been able to reset, pick up the pieces, even with duos. The talent on that roster has been here in full force, but just keep it in the back of your mind.
So we're looking at 108 to 111. Oh yeah, 4 points. 4 points is what they need to overtake. Longshin Red Force, as the boys were saying, slipping down that leaderboard. Started off so well, they could only hold on for so long. Are in dire straits for them. For other teams, towards the top, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th. All jostling for position here. For Alpha Gaming, where things, look pretty bad at the start of the day for them. They really have turned things around here. 77 points, just shy in towards that top 8. For Alpha 7, a bit more of a difficult task to jump up. Right now, we closed it out. Thunder Talks, EDA, and APG moving through, with Weibo Gaming and Alpha 7 not quite making it. There is still a chance, though, for Longshin Red Force. They started off well, and they close out the day well.
Sam and R8 that are close together, but more than enough space to play around, so not instantly thrown into a bit of a hell in the cell matchup between the both of them. They can keep each other at arm's length, not run any risks there, but for R8, far less to lose. Of course, Longshin Red Force, when you look at the point differential.
Take a look at where we're sat on the map right now. Up towards Hacienda del Patron. Kind of similar to what we were looking at before, but a little bit further off towards that eastern side right now, giving Alter Ego a little bit more chance to play it. Luckily for them, not a single player lost at the start of the game here, so it starts off fairly smooth for them. Thunder Talks down towards their south side, though, and there has been some scrapes, some arguments in that team. But Longshin Red Force find Damar, start things off. The shoe's on the other foot right now, but Biddy immediately knocked.
This could be problematic. Like we said, their fate's in their own hands right now, so you want to reset from this. Quick vision on the jump up. Oh, trying to go for the play as the bullets are shot back towards his face. Both of them feeling relatively uncomfortable. You overcommit into the drop, instantly hit by the buckshot, and you'd be taken down. Prime on the nades as well, the quick follow-up. So if you do peek off the back of it, you'd be hit by the secondary.
Clearing him off the angle, clears the corner, but Nongshim Red Force is afraid to move up into this one, letting their teammate bleed out. In the meantime, Prestige will find one, and already making it happen for Nongshim Red Force. The dream dying in front of their eyes.
They're going to try and revive things right here, right now. Quick response back from Tizzy on the dive in, the shutdown Prestige. And they do save themselves the misery that they would have been feeling. Get each other back up, no full commits, just knocks.
Been crawling on the outside, desperate for a pickup. Just about gets behind this crate. But Marth is searching, doesn't find him. Playing a game of hide and seek, just about manages to move out of the eye of Marth. But look at that, Nongshim Red Force nowhere near, and despite the slick maneuvers, it's not meant to be for Binny, and Nongshim Red Force will play on with 3.
It's rough, man. No one in position to play. Medic getting back on his feet, like you said, even with the heads-up plays from the knock state. Might not find him, but you'll snatch away one anyway. All right, with a single elimination. Marth knows he's being hunted now.
I can't believe he managed to crawl around that crate, have the round to go back. Henry going down, that's 2 out of 7 right now. We're getting a real group up over towards the central side of the map around Hacienda. Not an easy position to play around Graveyard as well, very open, Jackie. The Valley of Death on that side. Sticky sent in over towards Marth. There's no quarter here. Red Force want to put the final nail in the coffin to the team that really ruined their chances last match.
For Marth, it's just more of a question of how can he handle himself under the pressure. Single molly in the back pocket. They come for the run up through the stairwell. He's got some area denial. Shotgun for close range too to respond with when push comes to shove. Doc C looking for the reposition over the top with a movement.
Not quite making it happen though there. Stun grenades in. It's a good molly on the window. Marth around the side, but it's not meant to be with the strong spray there. Laying down the bullets, and Marth's got nowhere to run to. R8 is now out. We'll have no more games to play.
Light frustration there as well. Shots onto the loot crate at the end, so you can see losing that one player, it could come back to upset them. A bit of the emotion. Marth looked relatively amped in the spot as well, though, Matt. There's always a chance it could be even worse. The fact they at least put a lid on it, reset from that for now. You're going to have to play a very clean game from this point forward and hope that the other squads above begin to struggle.
All 3 go right now in the front of Thunder Talks. Mormon up against Silas from Intense Game. The vehicles run away from them, but the point does not. Back in the vehicle. Puerto Rico, they're in front of Thunder Talks right now. Again, 4 elims. We talked about it. 4 players on Thunder Talks, Jackie. They can clean it out right here, right now. And unless there's one of the biggest games we've seen on Mirror overlap with that circle, there's a chance to back and just have a bigger game. A nice and easy approach to it. Gamax down towards the southeast side, one of the only teams in position to make that happen. Power coming in from the west, but a big migration from tons of teams. Intense Game looking for a little bit more over towards Kino Trope. Ozzy Sanchez decided to get out of there, but it's out for 7, taking damage. Roseberry picking up Mafioso.
He's able to get himself back into as well. Took a hit from the sideline. Carrillo trying to assist the squad, frustrated off the back of losing his brother in arms. Oh, you don't want to be up against this man though. Alva's been on point.
What a lap round. Leo knows that he can't sit around here for too long. In comes the sprays, tries to get away. No wheel getting taken out just yet. Leo remains unpopped here. That could have been 1 extra point. Pull them up to 110.
Here's the thing, pushback from Alter Ego, potentially thrown in to Aura. And a slight reposition from them. Really just trying to create space, get away from that. Like you say, that's one of those points already found. It was the sandwich between Thunder Talks in the back line, now for 7 coming in from the forefront, heads up engagement from Rosemary. All 4 players still remain.
10 minutes in now, still 15 teams, 57 alive. It's a lot of players to be working with. Most teams did have awkward starts to the game in terms of the positions they were playing, so they got some slight variations on the rotates coming through. We're heading over towards Crookstock. Similar terrain to what we saw last time around. So a lot of defilades, little ditches, rocky outcrops to play around. Still have potential heads over towards that western side, down towards Leather Beach as well as that open field. You do not want to be playing down there eventually. That's where we're currently watching APG on that southeast side, continuing to have a little bit of a rotate, just be calm, collected, smooth in the vehicles, staying hidden, our side.
Ida taking a little bit of chip damage from the sideline there. As they make their move up towards Alpha 7. AX just behind, and of course that last duo is coming in over the ridge side. It's a reposition. Nongin Red Force coming down.
Ida's not safe by any means, right? Look where they are on the map as well. Alpha 7 to their right, Nongin Red Force off towards their left. They've got AX in front of them, so Ida's got to make a quick wraparound. They can head over towards Graveyard quite comfortably, especially with this circle heading over towards the west, the east, and then coming back over towards that western side. Ida can be quite confident. A lot of teams have sent further out towards that east, and this western portion of the zone could be open. They've got to make that quick rotate now. AX is also feeling the burn, right? The time is ticking down, and they're heading over towards a similar compound. This is a big moment now for Ida.
Make the most of this when push comes to shove. See how that develops. Weibo as well in position. Meanwhile, more going the way of Alter Ego. It's back onto Alpha 7. And this is what we were talking about. One elim at a time. Building their way up towards that lion's share of the prize money. But response back over. It's not entirely free. Damage onto Alpha. One player fragmented from the squad as well. Krypton up on high, trying to assist. Moana further back.
And Krypton actually went down there. It's not a good player to have go down in this situation. I think for Krypton, maybe a little bit overzealous to provide that information back to the team, and going down up on that hilltop, it's hard to get your buddy back up again. In the meantime, Horror starts to move over the top, senses the nade, sees it go through. Rosemary now with another, put it on target. This one looks fairly decent. Does half damage, can look to do the rest of the work with the DBS, and that's it. 3 elims.
Tucks himself back in, looks to stay alive. Rosemary surviving for now, a critical position. They know how big this could be. They've almost completed the task they set out for inside of this lobby in the final game, Blank.
See if they can finish the mission. Come home victorious. It might be a little bit of a lackluster game from them, but they've done what they needed to do. Yesterday was an absolute banger. Alva's finally going to try and rock up over towards Krypton, but he's finding it fairly difficult. Barking down for Ida. Just Rita and Eren now. And this is the team that really wants to hold on to position. Weibo Gaming, the team chasing over towards Ida. This could be a great nade though, down towards them. Instantly orders backing it off, but they will lose Suck.
Oh, quick peek up as well. Goes both ways though. You've got protection in the rear, the shot's over the side, keeping him back in so he can't commit to it fully.
Fantastic work though, dropping Weibo down. I think that's it. That's it right there, over towards the arena. Alter Ego take first place and the 80 grand. Forthrights cannot catch up to them.
Came into it knowing what they had to achieve. And with those 4 eliminations being found within the first 15 minutes, they guarantee themselves that. It's just a matter of how far can they go now. They've shown us some stalwart gameplay consistently throughout the entire group stage. But they know their heads can lie easy, at least from this point.
Weibo, 3 plays alive. Either just needs to live this one out. Aaron has the angle over towards AJ. Sandwiched between 2 PEL teams. Aaron not quite out of his depth though. He relishes in these moments of intensity. Longshin Red Force still going 4 elims now on the plate and looking to make that more. Hello? There's no way.
Oh, mate! Surely not anymore. AJ with a drop down. See you later, Falcons. You would be furious.
I looked away for a second. I saw Ralph pop up there as well. Nades flowing on down. More damage done. Koa on his last breath. Now Valo trying to do the work, but doing more damage to himself in the process.
Panic stations.
He knocked his teammate as well. Oh!
Took him out of the fight. Makes it uncomfortable if it wasn't already. And that was just Narvalo alone, tucking in to try and stay alive. Ida, it might not be perfect in the battle of attrition, but 2 players could still make a world of difference for them. The most they could squeeze out of this, see if they can keep on going. Alpha 7 have made enemies in Alter Ego, and they are still finding knocks and elims from that.
What an odd final match this is. Looking like my hotel room, because it is messy right now. Falcons were just Narvalo up, still kicking. Rita having a wander. Jumps off to the side. Now they have information on. Aaron's going to look to back him up. Back behind safe, solid concrete.
Such awkward sight lines as well, so the fact he's revealed himself, it works out better for them. Meanwhile, down towards the bottom side, compound between the 2 of them. It's Nongqing Red Force, of course, went down to 3 players early. They're going to try and build some points from this one, but they're not being given any blessings whatsoever. Doxy, and a world of hurt. Tizzy down, no opportunity to pick him back up. You got the split from Kino Trope, Nade being primed as well. Tucks himself inside of the building with the smoke. Mark commits onto that one to completely remove it.
For Nongqing Red Force, I think that this might just be game for them. Not making it to that top 8 really does suck after today had been so good for them. Depends if Doxy can pull something magical out the bag. Horror, Sky finding a shot over towards Alva, but for Alter Ego, do they even care at this point? I do not think so.
Their main quest in this lobby is completed. It's all just about the side objectives for them. For Gamax, leading on to this one, of course, like you said, it 100% guarantees there's no opportunity for enough points to be accrued for Nongqing Red Force. Doxy just trapped on his lonesome. If they push up close, he's got the DBS primed for the entryway on the door.
Of the reigning champions, Alpha 7, they're out, they're done. 70 points was their mark, and they will be going through the survival stage. Have to show some more heat over there, because not joining the 8 others over towards that finals. It's Weibo Gaming, Nongqing Red Force, which honestly at this point in time, the chance is looking very slim at them making into that top 8. But Weibo chasing over towards APG.
Rosemary, up on the hill, dialed in, eyes like a hawk, just looking for the opportunity to be presented from this skirmish between Gamax and Doxy. Fires out the bait shot, tucks back in for the close pre-nade. He's still got a couple to work with, but from the side, it's Narvalo, the Falcon solo.
Nongqing Red Force down and out, so just one chance now for Weibo. Realistically here, Power could go for something absolutely marvelous over the back-to-back on both Miramars and send themselves up the tables, but unlikely. Teams we're looking at now, pretty much Weibo, APG, Ida, and Thunder Talks. Thunder Talks leaving this game at 79 points with just one player remaining in Xing over towards that northeast side.
Gamax on the backup, trying to play off one another. Rosemary on the move. He's got to be swift about this. Boundless bullets being fired his way. Somehow still dodging from them, being able to stay alive. Heart-pounded.
He's down. APG versus Power. This is a big one. Power looking to cut them short here. Open up a path up towards the top 8 already. One down in the front lines. Yol's able to find Easy. They are not making this one easy for Power. And Gamax again constantly chiming in on these important engagements.
Yeah, there's no breaks. Everyone just throwing themselves into the fight right now, making it uncomfortable for these teams. Oh, man. Bullets from the side. Top gets the shot onto Ragnar. Power, if they wanted an opportunity, it is getting ripped away from them. And of course, who else but Alpha? They're the ones to commit to it. Good work from Zol. Top assists as well. Squad still alive.
A huge moment for them. Power going down. They don't have the opportunity for that back-to-back. They tried to take it to the Alphas. It was not meant to be. And it is now coming down to it. Just one realistic slot available. Weibo in a marvelous position. Central, 3 players. 33Z, he, Order, all looking to head through to that finals. Stamp their ticket alongside with Thunder Talks would be a massive result for the region.
They can play passive from it. Great cover, good position to be in. Information from either side as well from the rotation in. Alpha Gaming give it a wide berth with the 2-2 split. Doc breaks off from the squad. We're back up this time. Zol and Top make their move in slowly as well. Scouting out on this one.
APG continue to move up. The journey's not done yet, and they know it. Ida might be behind them in the rankings, but those 2 players, they're cemented in. They don't want to leave this game too early. Alva, Moana, still pushing through. They lost Rosemary in the midst of it all. Narvalo steps up for nade. It's a long one, but it is Order. Finish the business, and that's more points accrued for them. Gamax, Chudo making the long run. Orders pretty much on target, but bullets zipping past his head and are able to get in towards the ditch there. Very nadeable. Devotees close to it.
Into the shallows. Here you go. This is why they split up. As soon as they catch whiff of potential for the elims, they start to dive in. Wave goodbye to Thunder Talks, and Alpha look to claim more from this. You are trapped in position. The nade is enough, blows them up. One goes down. Moana from the side falls as well. Alter Ego lose a player. Horror with opportunity to strike back and slow down Alpha. Zol with the response.
Losing Top though does feel rough here for them, but they will finish off Horror. Alpha Gaming just looking to put more points up on the board. It's been a big run for them today. A lot of expectations on this team. Quite literally a mythical roster, this one. I think many fans would have been sad to see Alpha Gaming not make it in towards the finals itself, and right now they claim 5th place on the leaderboard. Shudo goes down, they continue to rack up those points.
For Weibo, they continue to sit pretty. Happy in their positioning. Order with the shot into the back line on Narvalo. He was harassing towards Alter Ego as well, so Ida got the information from that, and they're so close together. They know about these angles. They've had to break off from one another once again. Moana and Alva that remain.
I think in the midst of all this, Jackie, we do have Regnum Kaya sitting here. Believe they were towards 6th place now, potentially 7th place. That's where we're seeing Regnum Kaya lie. There's a potential for Ida and Weibo to move in. It's Regnum Kaya to get cut out from the top 8.
For Gamax, of course, hunkered down for so long, no real room to move. It's the split from AX that would find them on the push-up. Everyone taking their time, knowing the points are pivotal.
It's 2 points for Ida. That's all they need. They need 2 more points here. Eren standing up versus Alter Ego, has the nade in hand. They can just get over Regnum Kaya. It would secure them in their position. Moana goes down, Rita will find him. They're up to 3 now. They just want to hit that 7th place. And then even if Weibo does get this massive game, Ida is still in. An up-and-coming Turkish team taking out one of the Turkish Titans will be a storyline and a half.
They're looking good for it right now. Smart plays, but look at this, the dive in, intense game, looking to turn up the heat, but the response back is critically clean. Instantly engages with the shotgun from the side, down 2. You got the nades running in from the top.
1.
He just needs to get it on target, and that's enough.
That should push them over into 7th. There it is. Anita just about make it. They hung on over towards the concrete and the girders. And they were solid as steel in that position for such a long time as just a 2. Doc steps out a little bit too far, and Order will lay down the gavel.
This is his courtroom, and he is claiming respect again and again with the stabs in the back. He has been so smooth. The aim on point, the gun skill being shown. Quick setup off the info from his team as well. They get the read back over. It's the late push up from the solo from Gamax, trapped in position. Nades from either side.
Just a couple more points here for them. 33Z will find Arthur, dropping up to 5 elims. I think they've made it on placement points alone. I think that is Regnum Kaya now out. 9th place. Weibo making it in off the back of this. A real fortification in both mind and spirit to get through. Join Thunder Talks in that finals. What a result for PEL.
Intense game. They thought they were going to crash in, rip away the dreams from Ida. It did not go that way. They were the Sandman on that one, and you're put to sleep from the sidelines of AX. Living on borrowed time in this one, but from the setup and consistency we have seen, it's Weibo that are looking to close it. Order has been popping off. Last 2 squads remain free on either side.
And Weibo will get a good chunk of change off the back of this one as well. If they can finish this out, it will be a nice result for the special invite and AX as well if they're able to finish off with a chicken dinner. And again, we talked about this team starting slow on day 1, coming into day 3 and feeling a little bit sluggish as well. Finishing off on a chicken dinner will reignite that team. Give them the motivation, a little bit of inspiration to play on in that survivals, find success.
You're going to take it into your own hands now, though. Show us what you're made of.
Ooh!
Nitro down into the back line. The blow on Order hits heavy. Ordnance in front of him as well as trying to reposition on the knock. You're able to peek in from the side, convert onto that one fully. So the pressure starting to build now for Weibo. AX in a good spot on the push-up.
33Z. E up to the plate. Devotee on this sideline. This off angle has been absolutely sublime. Running out of bullets. The resources running low. S12K in the hand, just spraying it in range and makes it happen. The shells hit eventually, but he is down. And somebody's going to stand up.
Got the wrap in from the side as well. 33Z, last man in a position to try and snatch this away and take it home for Weibo off the back of what's been a big game from them, but it's a 1v2 with need to be a clutch. No opportunity to play off. He's out of position, tuck in behind the car, bullets around the corner. He gets one. The DBS rattles up on the edge. He's trying to straight into this as well. The drop down below the car. He's ready for it on the peak, and it's enough to steal it.
Adrian able to get that game going from the end, and AX will finish it off with a chicken dinner, going into survival stage, feeling strong, but Weibo don't care at all. A wondrous result. Get themselves into the top 8, they're happy, AX is happy, Ida striking off the Turkish Titans and Regnum Kaya and bringing them down to the survival stage. It's Alpha 7. Not able to go through, but more importantly, it is Alter Ego.
A ridiculous fare. Going into that one thinking the difference of a few eliminations, 80 grand on the line for it. They make it work. Not a full start. A great set of games every time we saw them on the stage, and the lobby standings just continued to shift throughout the entire flow of that one. So close in the groupings going into it, but as the dust settles, we know how things are looking. The squad's going to survival, and the teams that get a watch on, waiting, knowing they've achieved victory for themselves. Join us for the breakdown after this.
As Blank and Jackie were saying, Alpha 7's not going to be making it straight to grand finals. They're going to be going to survival stage. Alter Ego, Neptura. What a performance by this team. Not the exact same of what we saw out of their day one, but doing just enough to make sure that we're able to get and jump up to that first place.
I mean, I think we all wanted to see them double the points, get 160 and do all that, but they didn't need to. They had that first day. Now they were able to just keep it consistent, keep it quieter, but keep that consistency going, get enough points on the board, and they still top the leaderboard. Maybe, probably, right? So it looks like they've done very well for themselves. They're going straight to finals. I think this has probably been the biggest performance from any of the teams we've had today, this in the group stage.
I mean, let's take a look at this. We got to give some props there to AXTMG, the special invite team, getting their first win. It is going to be a bit of a confidence boost. Keep in mind, though, that team is going to be going towards the survival stage. They got 18 points, but I'm going to be looking at Weibo Gaming. Was that enough for them to actually secure a spot in the top 8? Non-Sim Red Force as well with 7 points. Alpha Gaming there with those 9 points. We